market. Markets that meet the following two conditions. 1. Attract customers and interact through a platform. 2. The decision and behavior of one group of customers will affect the value of the platform to another group of customers. To a certain extent, many markets have more or less certain changes in market characteristics. A retail store that purchases goods from upstream wholesalers and sells them to consumers. This is also a minority. However, when general economists discuss the target market, they will incorporate the mutual influence between customers. Only when this influence is large enough, the significance of market theoretical analysis is useful. Logically speaking, the upstream and downstream customers of the retailer also have mutual influence. The number of downstream customers it can attract will deviate by a certain amount. Services may also attract a large number of consumers. If it is an ordinary store downstairs, the interaction between upstream and downstream customers is not strong enough, and we rarely use the market to analyze. But if it is a Walmart-level big supermarket, it is natural to use some markets to analyze. In the structure of the bilateral market, three factors are the most important. 1. Which side is more external to the other side? If Group 1 has a strong positive externality to Group 2, then obviously, competition for Group 1 will be fierce, and the balanced pricing for Group 1 will depend on this externality. So many nightclubs will charge very low prices for female guests, even free. Whether the platform charges a fixed fee or draws from the transaction, the success will reduce the difficulty of promoting the new platform. At this time, the customer does not need to pay any fees for transactions that have not occurred. Single homing or multi-homing? The definition has been said. If both sides are multi-homing, then there is only one platform under equilibrium. So Didi and Kuaidi must be merged. If one side is MH and one side is SH, then the two platforms will compete fiercely on the SH side, and will mainly obtain profits from the MH side at high prices. If both sides are SH, then even if the services provided by the two platforms are exactly the same, there may be a situation where the two coexist under equilibrium. The core strategy in the bilateral market lies in two aspects: pricing and openness. Pricing in the bilateral market has a distinctive feature. In traditional markets, However, in the bilateral market, the pricing of enterprises on one side of consumers also needs to consider the impact on consumers on the other side. Prices on both sides of the market depend on the joint set of demand elasticities and marginal costs on each side. Openness: there are two aspects to the decision-making faced by the platform on openness-related issues. First, it needs to choose whether to turn the market into unilateral, bilateral, or multilateral. Second, it needs to choose whether it is compatible with other platforms. To some extent, the compatibility issue is a question of vertical integration. For example, newspaper publishers can choose to open to all advertisers, or they can choose to acquire an advertiser themselves and use it to monopolize their advertising business.